Hello YouTube, this is Shunting Steve back again. I'm now going to be doing a review on the Hornby Percy. Now Percy was introduced in Book 5, Troublesome Engines, in the Railway series, and in the television series he was introduced in Season 1, Episode 16, Trouble in the Shed. Now the backstory to Percy is Gordon, Henry and James went on strike as they refused to fetch their own coaches and they didn't want to shunt, because they believed that shunting was for engines such as Thomas. Now the Fat Controller spoke to Edward, who was currently doing all the shunting at the time, and Edward said that the bigger engines were teasing him for shunting, so the Fat Controller decided that he should bring a permanent tank engine to the yard to help out, and he brought Percy. Now Percy is a cheeky engine who likes to tease the bigger engines, but they get their own back when Percy fell for the backing signal joke. Now Percy met Harold, who he built up a rivalry with, but they still help each other out now and again. Percy is seen pulling the mail train on a regular basis, which is this train here. I have two Sodor mail wagons, and I have a brake van. Actually, I've got two brake vans. Two grey ones, that is. I'm going to get a I'm going to get a brown brake van at some point. Now Percy is seen pulling Annie and Clarabelle from time to time when he's helping Thomas out. One episode is Percy's Promise, where he pulls Annie and Clarabelle. Now this model, to me, it looks and feels like a toy rather than a model. I mean, it is a nice representation of Percy. We have the nice green colour, the red stripes. The number 6 on the side of the bunker is pretty nice and well detailed. The side rods are pretty cool to me, I like them. TV series accurate face. The coal is nicely detailed as well. I'll try and get a close up. I really wish that his lamp back here would have been coloured in rather than it just being a green mould. And the running plate is left green as well, which is a bit of a shame. He's got his whistles back here. Even though he's got his whistles here, there is a whistle drawn on here. I think some people, on their Percy models, there are 2 whistles drawn on. But mine has 1. The model is way too fast as well. If you've seen the Hornby vs Bachmann Percy by Simierski, I think his Percy does 6.1 seconds around a huge oval layout, which is way too fast. This model's even faster than Spencer. But overall, it is a good representation of Percy. We have the vacuum brake pipes here, front and back. These come in a small bag as an accessory pack. But I put mine in the holes that come on the Percy model. Now the recommended retail price for Percy is £35, between £35 and £36 I think. I'm not connected to the internet at the current moment, so I can't really check that, but it's roughly £35 to £36, which is way overpriced. I mean, I would have preferred to pay £25 for Percy as a maximum, because I think that's how much Percy is actually worth. But the best deal I could come across is it was £32. That was the best deal I could come across a Hornby Percy. So that is how much I paid for him. But overall, it is a good model of Percy, or a good toy, depending on how you see it. I got mine in the new styled box. There is also the British stamp edition of Percy, which which on a video on YouTube, I'm not sure who the user was, so I apologise for that, who has the normal Percy and the British Stamp Collection Percy, they say that the face on the British Stamp version is slightly lighter. No, sorry, I think that was the Hornby Thomas, but the Percy has more of a smile. I'm not 100% sure. According to that user, there is a slight difference, but I personally didn't see any. Overall, I would rate Percy probably 8 out of 10, because it is a nice model of Percy. It is a good model, but it does look like a toy. There are some detail that could have been added in, such as the lamp on the back and the running plate, and the unrealistic speed, which I think they should have made him slower because it is way too fast. I mean, the slight turn on the controller and then he just flies off the rails because he's way too fast. Well, that was an exaggeration, but you have a rough idea. If you own the Hornby Percy, you will know what I mean. He is way too fast. But when you get him at a good speed, he is a nice, smooth runner. He looks very nice with the Sodor Mel coaches as well. So I would recommend to get Percy for anyone who wants a Hornby collection of Thomas and Friends characters. So that is my review on Hornby Percy. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and this is Shunting Steve, signing off.